in my comments saying if we focus on ourselves and our 20, won't y'all no more. That's the point of the video. That old school saying applied when y'all were providers, okay? We were taught at a young age to secure a family and a husband for stability only. Please don't think women's primary goal is to have a man and have a family. That is back in the day when you guys were head of household. However, now we are head of household. And to be honest, y'all not too fun to be around. Y'all not that cute or aesthetically pleasing. As women, we are the financial stability. That's why we're not too pressed on being with men right now and having kids. How would that benefit us? If anything, we're going to take on more responsibility in the household, and we also are going to have to take time off to bear children. So until y'all go back to being a providers, I guarantee you, y'all are not on our priority list. Until y'all able to take care of yourselves and the family, leave us alone, because we irritated.
Okay, so if you don't have kids, sister, and you're not married, please take that off the top of your list of things to do in this lifetime. There is so much more to life. The marriage is going to come. The kids are going to come, and they're going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not 30 and up, marriage and kids are still very much so in your foreseeable future. Even if you 30, I really say 40 for real. Like 40 is probably like some of the latter years, but it doesn't have to be your only goal and aspiration in life. What are your career goals? What are your financial goals? Where do you want to travel? What do you want to experience and do prior to bringing children into this world? What do you desire to experience and do prior to getting married? Okay, there's a lot of beauty in those single seasons, as well as those seasons of just being boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't know why so many people just downplay that. They act like boyfriend and girlfriend is not a thing anymore. And I get it, you know, boyfriend and girlfriend's not in the Bible for those who feel like, you know, it's supposed to be marriage or nothing. But in my honest opinion, just enjoy every phase that you're at. You don't have to rush to get any of this stuff. It's going to be there. Okay, there's kids that are going to be there down the line. You don't got to rush to have kids in your early 20s. And trust me, if you do, you are going to regret it. You're going to be looking up like, damn, I should have lived in some of my 20s. I should have chased my dreams and did some of the things that I wanted to do. But I sacrificed my 20s things. And I could have been, you know, outside just living carefree. But now I'm responsible for the life of another human, and my priorities have shifted significantly. Okay?
Majority of men in America earn less than $80,000 a year, meaning that majority of men in America are average earners. Majority of households in America are two-income households. So yes, you know what that means? It means that you are likely going to have to get with an average earning man, and together you guys are going to build and accumulate wealth together. That is what lots of successful, happy married couples have done. That is not promoting struggle love. That is reality. I'm sorry. I'm going to continue to preach about reality because Shira has many of you living in a fictional narrative where there are enough rich men to go around, and one of them is just going to come and swoop you off your feet and pay all again.
You know, one thing I hate about these career women who claim that for some reason when they get into their careers, there's going to be a rich man waiting at the end of the tunnel. You know, one thing I hate about these career women is they still expect the man to provide. Yeah, to pay all the bills. So what was the point of you wasting 20 years trying to build a career, and then at 45 you claim you're ready for marriage, but the man should still be the main provider? So what were you making all this money for? Right? What were you making all this money for if at the end of the day, when you're stable in your career, you still expect men to pay the bills? And the logic doesn't make sense. It makes sense to them, which really it's selfishness, but that never makes sense to me.
The first girl just talking about the niggas that she has access to, she would never say that about the men that she actually wants. And when women have those talking points, it's only because they can't get those men.
Fact.
They only have access to men they don't want and not the ones they do.
Fact.
Because if she had access to the men that she wanted, she wouldn't be single. She wouldn't have that mindset because she'd have a man who'd be giving her all the things that she wants. The idea that a woman having to date an average guy, an average woman have to date an average guy is wrong. It's crazy to me. Because if you do get with average man, at least y'all are splitting shit, because the idea of, or if for what she said to be true, which was if she gets with a man, she's gonna be taking on more responsibility. That's just not mathematically possible. Because we're not saying that women don't get with men and start taking care of them.
Fact.
On average, I'd say 90% of the time, a woman doesn't get with the man and make him better. She doesn't get with the man and make his financial burden easier. She gets with the man and gives him companionship,
deal.
company, and all the other household shit. The way these women talk, when you look at them, they're always single,
Always
and
got
overfucked
weaves.
and underloved, and that's how they come to this point. So she's gonna wait.
They always have weaves. That's wigs. I don't know the difference, but I know they always have lots of makeup on, sometimes butterfly eyelashes, and wigs, whatever you want to call it. All right? And he's right. They all claim, oh, don't get married quickly. Oh, don't invest in a relationship. Don't make marriage your priority. They only say that because there are no men who want to marry them. At least not the men they want. Because if Boogie proposes, yeah, sure, they may reject me. But if Elon Musk proposes, oh yeah, now we have a different kind of issue, right? So, and then they're hoping that when they get into their careers or when they become 45, there's going to be Elon Musk and Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos waiting to buy them a private jet and a private island to go travel and do whatever they want.
She's 40, where she'll still be pretty, and just think now she's gonna go find a man who's gonna take up with it, like come save her from her 40-year-old life of, she's saying, collecting first, second, third dates and the dick that comes with it.
Well, the thing about it, at first chick, I thought that was Ray at first when I first looked at her, man. Dang. Yeah.
What part specifically made you think it was Ray?
The rhetoric.
Talk about the part
okay.
of it.
Never mind. No, don't even answer.
You funny.
No.
You funny as shit, bro. You funny. You funny.
But as far as the conversation, man, look, these ladies act like all women are beautiful. We know, ladies. I don't think there's no ugly women in the world. All these women are beautiful in some form of fashion. Now, maybe some of you beautiful women could probably get away with some of the things they talked about. Maybe y'all can. But in reality, y'all won't. 85% of y'all ugly than a motherfucker. What is your exterior or your interior?
The interior.
Because you got an ugly personality that makes you look shitty. So if that's the case, what makes you think you're gonna get lucky enough to get that man? Look, ain't too many steps around. Real dope about to get married, so he gonna be off the market here. He ain't gonna be able to come save your ass. Unless Aisha Curry decided to divorce that man, he ain't on the market either. Unless you want to be a plan B chick. And some of you have us, that's all you're worthy enough is being a plan B chick. You're not good enough for the title of a wife.
Damn.
You should be called a side whore.
Oh,
That's your titles for most of you have.
He's going off.
Now, unless that's what y'all want to be, y'all ain't gonna get it. So you're gonna have to settle for something. Whatever it is. What's the average earning man or below average man, or you want that thug dude? Good luck with that shit. Good luck.
So if the lady, right, I'm just addressing the first one, right? If she doesn't really care about being around men or impressing them over, who does she put that pound of makeup on for?
She's gonna say have friends. She's gonna say to look good for herself. Because for men who don't care about women, the last thing you're gonna do is try to look good every single day and shit like that, and going on dating apps and shit like that, right? If you don't really care about women, you shouldn't be putting too much effort or emphasis in looking good, because you're not looking good for anyone. But for women who don't care about men, unless now she's into other women, okay, that's one thing. But they usually say they're doing it for themselves, which is not true. They do everything for themselves, but they never do anything for a man. Isn't that funny? And yet, at the end of the day, in 10, 20 years, they want a man. That never makes sense. But anyway, shout out to Lapeef. I just thought that was something to react to. Shout out to you guys in the chat. So let's go to the next video.